Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go ahead and finally jump into the new Pat McGrath, well, new enough still, Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey. My gosh, that is one heck of a name, and I don't even think I got it right, but we're going to go ahead and play with this today, and we're going to create a look and just sit down and have a chatty get ready with me. So if that sounds cool, stick around because I'm about to get into it. But before I do, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe because it really does help me out a lot, and it is always greatly appreciated. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. All right, up is the hair, primed are the eyes, and we're ready to go ahead and get into it. I'm so excited to finally delve into this palette. It really is stunning. It's so beautiful, and I know that people have already reviewed it. I said that when I did my little haul deal, but I don't care. I'm still gonna create a look with it and, you know, chat with you guys and all that fun stuff because, you know, it's fun. Yes, I'm congested. I have terrible allergies. I haven't uploaded in a minute, and yeah, there's been some things going on, and allergies are among the things that have been going on, just kind of wreaking havoc on my face. And I figured, my sinuses are on fire, and I can't breathe really well. I'm horribly congested and running. So what better time to create an eyeshadow look than now? Fresh out of bed and totally congested. Makes perfect sense. So yeah, let's do a full face of makeup and chat because that's just the kind of girl I am. Okay, I have no plan. That's just the kind of girl I am too, as I have no plan whatsoever. I'm looking at all these beautiful shadows. They're gorgeous. And the fact that there's so many shadows to choose from, it's just, I thought, a great value. And I don't know, I'm excited to have it, but I really don't have a plan. So I'm gonna play with the mattes, obviously, and just kind of get things started, and we're gonna see what kind of look we come up with. I might swatch a couple of these shadows in here, but let's just go ahead and delve into it. Just see what happens. Let's wing it because we can, and it's fun. I'm more often than not happy with Pat McGrath formula. I don't think I've found too many things that I haven't liked from her brand. I think I've said in the past that I never tried her foundation or anything like that, but her shadows are always pretty lovely to me. Never really had any issues. I don't imagine that there'll be any problems today. I suppose I shouldn't say that just yet until I've created a look, but this palette has 5 stars, and I did read a couple of the reviews on it, and people are just, saying wonderful things about it, and the price point for Pat McGrath is pretty decent for what you're getting here. I'm already impressed just by that, and I feel like from what I've seen in other reviews, because I have watched other ones, which I usually don't do when I want to review something, but I figure at this point it is more of a chatty get ready with me because it has been out for so long. It kind of, I can give my opinion on it, of course, but as far as doing any kind of in-depth review, it seems kind of, at this point, pointless. You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem like it would be needed because it's been out long enough to where you guys probably already know all about it, and maybe don't even really want to hear about it anymore. So that's why I'm going to talk about other stuff today because, it makes more sense. So yes, congested, yes, allergies, and I'm actually considering, because I've really been struggling with them, they've gotten really bad. Like, I think it started, I want to say last year, or maybe like the beginning of, or the end of the year before, where they really started kicking up much more so than ever. And I know that my mom has really bad allergies, and she had gone through the process with shots. And if you guys have watched my channel for any amount of time, you'll know that I am not a fan of the needles. They freak me out. I'm not super excited about it, but I feel like they've gotten so bad that it is 100%, causing a problem with my quality of life. And I really just think that it's time that I looked into, getting the treatments for it to make these allergies just go down the road, because I can't be living my life like this. It's just not working for me. I feel like it's a perpetual cold, and it's days and days of feeling like this, and then I'll have a day of reprieve, and then it'll come back. And it's strange because in all the years that I've had allergies, I'm not new to allergies. I've had them forever. I mean, I've had sinus allergies, and I'm allergic to food allergies. We all have stuff that we have issues with, and I'm not new. I already know that I have them, but boy, they've just really gotten steadily worse, and it's been like much more often. I just remember back in the day, like spring, obviously, I'd get the allergies, the seasonal allergies, and then it would just go away. Now, I don't know if there's just something in this area or it's just California in general that I'm allergic to, but it's constant now. And I just feel like I just don't want to keep burning through boxes of tissue and just feeling perpetually sick because I have this, you know, constant allergy thing happening, and it's not going away. My body is not adjusting, and it's miserable. So I don't want to do it anymore. I'm probably going to look into it and go ahead and start getting the treatments done so that I can just breathe freely again. And I know it's not something that happens, you know, right away. You have to do it for a while for it to go ahead and, you know, kick in and start, you know, doing the thing to benefit you. So that kind of sucks. At least that's, you know, what my mom told me. And from what I've seen, looking into it a little bit, everybody's different. So maybe I'll get lucky and it'll start helping right away. I'm not sure, but it is a process regardless. And that's just something that, yeah, I'm really wanting to look into because I have just about had it, you guys. I don't know how else to say it. I just can't anymore. And it's really also affected like filming. It's also been a part of that too. I haven't wanted to sit down and film anything. I just haven't been feeling good. And in the midst of not feeling good, I've also been, you know, working and doing all that stuff. So let's go back to this really quick because I went ahead and I jumped into this really cool mat. It's a pretty little brown shade. Now I kind of feel like I wanted to do something with this. I don't know why. Usually I'd start with a lighter color first and then deepen it up as I go, but I'm looking at that little mauvey pink and I kind of want to play with that too. So I'm going to hop into this smaller little Sephora brush and I'm just going to swirl into that and kind of place it underneath the brown here and just kind of blend it in and see if I just want to add a little bit of that pinky brightness before I really smoke out the outer corner like I usually do with that darker brown. I don't know, I just want to have that, a little bit of that, yeah, like that in there. Just kind of mix the shadows a little bit so it gives it a bit of a different undertone, if that makes any sense at all. But you guys can see, I just kind of like this better. I don't know, like I said, I have no plan. I'm just kind of messing around. Another thing I wanted to talk about that I've been wanting to share with you guys is that, remember in one of my videos where I was telling you that I was really inspired by the holidays and was like really just like totally into it and wanting to do the whole decoratage. Like I went all out on Halloween and just had a great time, had my setup all done. Like, and she's into the holidays, why is it not Christmas here? Well, I can do a little, you know, whatever screen behind me for, you know, the Christmas look, but no, I don't have any kind of Christmas background here. And the reason being is that I feel like I did a little bit more for the house than I did for anything else. I think once I got done with that, because I was even saying, you guys, if you remember, I was like DIY, and, you know, I wanted to go all out and just have like a Christmas frickin' moment. But I put my focus, yeah, into the house and the Christmas tree and, you know, outdoors and indoors, and that was my Christmas deal. That's pretty much where my efforts and finances went to, was just doing that whole decoratage. I had this vision of how I wanted it to be, and it's not that it's not good. It's good, it's cute, but if you were to see it, it's kind of like, it was a lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be. And I also needed to get those Christmas gifts. You know, we went for Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that in my last video before I kind of signed off for a couple of weeks. I'm going to use a clean brush here, just kind of swirl this together. You know, Christmas gifts and stuff were happening, and, you know, expenses just got a little expensive. So I think that it really did cut into my budget for, you know, the decorating of the house and all that stuff. So I did what I could with what I had, which means that I didn't do a little, you know, deal here and spruce up my little whatever. I kept it pretty simple because I wanted to, you know, get nice gifts and do all that stuff. But circling back to the house itself, it does look cute. I found some really cute little candles and stuff, and maybe I'll grab the camera and go around or take pictures and stuff, and I'll put them up so you guys can see, you know, what little things I did. And I really like how the tree turned out. But we have new neighbors that have moved in just across the way here, and their house is just so, they have all the blow up deals, like the big snowman and Santa Claus, and they just went all out, to where my little setup outside is really just kind of, it's so dwarfed in comparison to what our neighbors have done, and it looks really cool. Now, mind you, I don't feel the need. I'm fine with what I have. I think how it came out is, like I said, it's adorable. I love the trees, the tree rather, and the decoratage that's inside the house. Sorry. And I think it all looks really nice for what it is. And I don't really feel the need to do much more. Although I did kind of say to Pat, you know, maybe we should just do just a little bit more for the front lawn. But at this point in time, it's kind of like, I've already accepted that. I'm good where we're at. He had made the point where we could just kind of enjoy the fact that they're right there with all their decoratage and we've got ours here and it's perfectly fine. And, you know, at first I was like, no, but now I'm kind of like, yeah. So anyway, that's that for Christmas and decorations and all that stuff. So if I happen to film again before Christmas comes and goes and you don't see the Christmas background, that's why. I do love it. It's one of my favorite holidays and I am totally excited about it. But I really wanted to put it more into like things for my family for Christmas and all that kind of stuff, you know, and giving to others. I was able to do a little toy donation, and that's not in any way to like toot my own horn, like look at me, I'm so freaking awesome. It's not like that. But I did want to do just a little more than I had initially thought. You know, I was going to put it all into like the decoratage, and I was like, you know, I want to give more to like, you know, my family and my friends and give more to other people so they have a nice Christmas, that kind of thing. So that's where it all just started going. And I want to also, I feel like I got some cool stuff for my honey this year for Christmas. I really want to spoil him this year. I want to do like, I mean, not, and I don't mean like a new car. It's not anything like that. But I wanted to get some really cool stuff for him that he would just have one of those Christmases that was just like, I don't know, just extra cool and extra fun. So yeah, I really just kind of, instead of doing the whole thing like that, I really kind of put my focus on the giving for the holidays. Now I'm hopping into this really pretty brown mat. Ooh, let me lift it up a little more so you can actually see it. This pretty little brown mat here, and congested,ly is that a word? Putting it on the outer portion of my eye, and we're just going to smoke out this look a little more, and then we're going to get into the shimmers because they are freaking gorgeous. And that's where I'm really in a quandary, because there's a couple that I'm wanting to try, but you know, palette's not going anywhere. I could do it again at a later time, so it's not a big deal. This is my new little crease brush too that I got from Sephora in my last little haul. I'm finally using it. They are still having, as I film this, they're 30% off their brushes and their makeup and all that stuff. So again, obviously not sponsored, I wish, but if you have the opportunity and you haven't tried any brushes from Sephora, they make really good brushes. I definitely recommend it, especially at 30% off. You know, you don't want to miss out on that. And most of them are selling out. I continue to look on the site just out of curiosity, and it's something that I just enjoy doing as a pastime because makeup channel. Hi, how's it going? I love looking at makeup, and it's something that I just do to relax, not necessarily to buy things, but to window shop and just to see what's new for, you know, curiosity's sake. And a lot of these suckers are selling out. So again, if you get the opportunity to do so, I recommend it if you haven't already, trying some of their brushes. This one is this is a synthetic brush, and it's incredibly soft, and it's a beautiful little crease brush. It's doing a great job. That nice little crease set that I got, that I'm literally using in this video, that's sold out too. I'm not surprised because they had it down for 20 bucks and you get quite a few brushes for the price, and they're really well made. I don't know, can't say enough good things about them, and I'm not even getting paid for it, so there's something to be said for that. I don't know if it's just me or the lighting, but I feel like it's a little patchy right here, which is weird. Let me just see if I could tap into it. It might just be my skin, might be a reflection. Nope, it was a little patchy. Yeah, filled that sucker in. All right. Good deal. Anyway, I am so sorry for the sniffling noises. I already took my allergy medicine, and it's, you know, it can only do so much. I'm telling you, these allergies are just like high powered, and yeah, they've really just been taking control over my life, and it sucks. I'm so over it. Anyway, again, back to Thanksgiving. Let's circle back to that, and happy Thanksgiving again. I hope you guys had a great holiday. I wanted to film something before then, but I've already explained why I didn't, but yeah, it was a really great holiday. We went ahead and got our gifts for my husband's side of the family done and took care of that, and all sat down and had a wonderful Thanksgiving and just kind of spent the day together, enjoyed each other's company. And I love my husband's family. I love my family. I'm getting ready to hopefully go and see my extended family in Vegas, spend some time with Jody, and we've even talked about maybe going to visit the Jerome Grand Hotel in Arizona. So if I can find a little extra time to go out there and spend more than a couple of days, we might drive in there and just go check it out. So I will definitely be bringing the camera for that, because you guys know that I love the scaries. I know 'tis not the season to be talking about the scaries, but it's why I haven't done any scary stories. That I'm not feeling good, but I digress. I would so love to go, and she doesn't like the haunted stuff. It is just not her thing. She gets extra creeped out by that kind of deal, but I am so curious that, yeah, I want to go ahead and make the trip, and not just to spend time with my family, obviously this being the most important thing, but to go and see that if we have the opportunity to do so. I'm taking the camera, I'm bringing you guys with me. It's going to be epic, but I can't promise anything. I don't know for sure what's going to happen. Hoping that I'll start feeling better, but you know, we're gonna see how it goes. And yeah, that's hopefully in the works here soon. So here I am with my mats. This is where I'm at the moment, and I like it. It's cool. I'm gonna continue to zhuzh it up, you know, once things get rocking and rolling. But now comes the moment where we're gonna go ahead and look at these beautiful shimmers that I've got. Now I can tell you that this gold one here kept catching my eye. I'm not gonna swatch all of them. We'll be here all day. I don't want to do that, but besides, my swatching is like, leave something to be desired, like a professional swatcher, and I am not that. That's so pretty, and it would go with this shadow look. Another one is, look at this little beautiful, what is that, like a greeny blue, or, look at that. It does look like a greeny blue, yeah. I was like, wait a minute, did I get that wrong? Maybe, I did. Look at this. Oh, yeah, That's so pretty. Oh, and then there's this one right here. That might be more like an inner, I don't know. Gorgeous, you guys. I don't know what I'm gonna put on my freaking eyeball right now. That's pretty too. And then there's another one. I'm gonna swatch one more. Sorry. This one right here, this greeny little cutie right here. It's kind of grainy feeling. Oh, it's pretty. And that would make it too, I think. What do you think? I don't know. That's tough. They're all beautiful. God, they're so pretty. Okay, I'm thinking, because I was so enamored with the gold, I'm going to go with the gold. Thumbs up this video if you saw that coming, because yeah, I was just like, that's so pretty. They're all gorgeous. I'm going to use this again at a later date, but I'm going to go for the gold right now. Like the real Olympian that I'm not, and get a flat brush. I'm just going to tap that on my lid and see how it goes. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we went and spent Thanksgiving with the family. Let me tell you something else that's really amazing. I don't know if you guys know from my last video. Oh God, that's perfect. I love it. Okay. I might grab another little like shimmer and pop it on the inner corner here, and that way I'm using two. Different from the ones that I've swatched though. I'm going to use a different one, a lighter one. But I told you guys in a later video, or where's my brain today? Congested. I know I said in a past video that I wanted to go ahead and get on top of my Christmas shopping this year, and that every year I don't succeed. Every year I make a valiant effort to get my Christmas shopping and all that stuff done, and every year I'm just kind of like, well, I gave it my best shot. This year, I succeeded. I'm like, I'm so shocked. It's so amazing. I succeeded at getting my Christmas shopping done. Now, I have a couple of things that I still want to get done, and today is literally like, listen, today's the 9th that I'm filming this, December 9th. So I don't know when I'm gonna post this, but I want you guys to know the date so that you can feel free to congratulate me in the comments on my awesome triumphant moment of like absolutely getting my Christmas shopping done on time. I mean, can you believe it? I actually did it. Now, I still have a couple of things that I want to go ahead and give and do and all that stuff, but that's literally like a couple of gift cards and gifts that I'm going to be bringing to my family in Vegas when I go see them. But other than that, I got it all done. I even mailed out Christmas gifts to my dad and my sister. That all got taken care of. A friend of mine here on the platform, all the stuff for my honey, done. His family, all done. And I think the reason why that happened was because in the midst of, you know, going to work and all that stuff, just, you know, day playing, picking up a couple days here and there, it basically fell on me to make sure that the Christmas shopping got done for my hubby's side of the family, because he works so many days and so many hours. All he has time to do is really get some sleep, and then he's back at it again. He's been incredibly busy. It's not always like that, but it more often than not, it is like that. He's just so busy. So I said, you know what, I'll go ahead and take care of it. You know, don't worry about it. I got it. And that's where I was able to go ahead and shop for other people, because I was taking care of his side of the family. What do I want to do next for this gold? Let's see. I think I'm going to hop into this little champagne-y one and put that into this one right here. I didn't even swatch this, but I'm going to hop into this one and pop that on the inner corner, because I think that'll be kind of cool. So while I was doing that, I just started getting, you know, gifts for my family and gifts for my honey, and a couple things that I got for myself, because, you know, it's bound to happen. I even went out for a moment on Black Friday, if you can imagine, which I was, you know, dead set against, because I had experienced once the Black Friday moment at the mall, and it was not fun. It was actually really stressful. I ended up having a really bad anxiety attack, and I was like, never ever again am I going to do this. But I happened to hop into Target and Walmart, because, you know, I needed to go there anyway for a couple of other things that weren't really, you know, Christmas related. And I was able to get in there and grab some stuff. I'm just going to tap over it a little bit more with that gold, so it looks like they're more together in this than separate, if that makes any sense. And I was able to get, you know, all this stuff done. It was really freaking cool. I was really excited about it. It was all good. And I had to go back a couple of times because I don't know, you know, sizes and all that stuff. I did get some clothing items for people and all that, and I was kind of like, you know, just having to go back and change things and get different sizes of things so that it would fit and it would be, you know, hopefully a success. But I always keep the receipts and all that stuff, so just in case there's any kind of issue, I can, you know, send something back or whatever. But that's why more often than not, I am a gift card kind of lady, you know, as you've seen here on my channel for giveaways and stuff like that. I do gift cards, I do all that kind of stuff instead, because trying to put together an actual curated gift is oftentimes, you know, a challenge and could easily become a failure if you don't really know what that person wants. So, you know, it's kind of a crapshoot, and kind of just trying to make it happen and hope to God that it works out and that they like their gift. And, you know, if they don't, then receipt. But I don't want to send someone on a freaking errand for Christmas. I want to get them something that they like. So that's why, yeah, I tend to lean toward the gift cards. But this year, I feel like I was fairly successful in the things that I got. And should there be any issue, I hope not, I have the receipts, we can fix it. But I was able to really just get in there and do that whole Christmas shopping moment because I decided to, yeah, help out and make sure that we took care of his family's gifts and had all that ready when we went to spend time with him on Thanksgiving. And it worked out perfect. And yeah, I took advantage of the Sephora sale. I went ahead and did that because they had a lot of cool stuff that I wanted to try. I did not get that Natasha Denari palette yet. Still not, but you know, I did take advantage of the 20% off deal that they were doing, and I've got a little haul coming up for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so I popped on a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury. I love to put this under my foundation because it just makes it look that much more something. And I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, zhuzh up the rest of my face. I'm gonna hop back on and we're gonna continue to chat. So I will be right back. So I'm not completely done yet because there was something else that I wanted to share with you guys, and that would be my mascara moment. So let me just grab my little mascara that I just had in front of me. Ah, here it is now. I got it. Okay. So I've curled my lashes and all that fun stuff, and I don't want this video to be super long, but there are some other things that I wanted to share with you guys, but I feel like, yeah, it would just take way too much time. I know you guys have things that you want to do, and I still want to look at some of the reviews with y'all before I hop off for today, but I did want to stop and talk about my lashes really quick because I have been on the Grande Lash eye serum, lash serum train moment for a minute now, and I wanted to show you guys the results. Now, again, you know, or if you don't, I have very short, really sad little lashes that go straight down. I've talked about it a couple of times, tried many a different mascara to lift and curl and lengthen and fill and do, you know, sometimes good and sometimes, you know, disappointing, but at the end of the day, I still have these stubby little lashes that I have to contend to. So I decided to go ahead and try a lash serum. Now, I've done lash serums before. I did Lash Food, and is that the name of it? I think it is. But I used that for, I don't know, several months, and nothing really happened. So I decided to try the Grande Lash Serum, and I've been using it for about, I want to say like 2 months now, maybe a little more than that. So I'm going to put on my mascara and show you guys where we're at with this serum. I'm using it, I've been using it once a day, every day, yeah, for about 2 months, maybe just over 2 months. And as you guys can see, I have eyelashes. And I haven't had natural lashes this long in, I can't remember. I think I must have been like, I don't know, 18, 16. And I started getting my lashes done when I was living in Vegas. And they had just gotten stubby over the years. I don't know what the heck happened, but this is right here just proof that this stuff really works. And I just recently purchased another lash serum tube of this. I got the smaller one, and here's the deal, guys. I noticed the first time that I was using this lash serum that my eyes would get a little red and a little itchy, but this time around, and I don't know if it's my allergies, I don't think so though, because my allergies generally don't cause my eyes to be red and itchy. It's all sinus basically when it comes to my allergies, but this, I believe, happened with the lash serum, is that my eyes were getting so red and so irritated with this new bottle, I had to stop using it. And it's such a freaking bummer because, as you can see, it actually works. I have natural lashes. Now, maybe with the eyeshadow being, no, you can see when I turn to the side there. With the eyeshadow, it might, you know, kind of hide them a little bit, not show as much of how long they've gotten, but they have gotten noticeably longer than they have been in a very long time. Because like I said, when I was getting my lashes done, it does damage them. It makes them break off. And there was a point there where it looked like my lashes were like little splinters. They were so short, and it took forever for them to grow, and they just, you know, they only got to like a certain point and then they stopped and just were so incredibly stubby. But with this lash serum, it's really been working. It's really been making it happen. Unfortunately, because my eyes were just so red, even with eye drops, it just come right back, just red and irritated and itchy. I had to stop using the serum. And here's something strange. When you look on the site, I think I was looking on the Sephora website, or maybe it was Ulta. I don't think it was Ulta. I think it was just Sephora. I saw just, you know, all positive comments of people just being wowed by it, saying nothing but good things, not a single negative thing about it. When I first, you know, decided to start using it and giving it a try, it just had rave reviews, and I can understand why, because it really does actually work, and that's just amazing. It's a little on the pricey side, but I think that professional, or the more like, where's that sound? How weird. I think that prescription serums and stuff like that to grow your lashes are far more expensive than Grande Lash. So, you know, I decided to give it a shot, and I did. And yeah, I am impressed with it, but at the same time, I don't think that I can use it. When I went on the actual, well, what I did was, not the actual site, I started looking up, you know, the symptoms that I was having. Basically, I wanted to, you know, see what else was going on aside from what the reviews were on Sephora. And one of the things that I found was, going into Grande Lashes, that they say, and I don't know if this is true or not, and I'm just reading what people were, you know, writing about it, is that they don't post any of the negative stuff. They don't talk about how, you know, it causes like, for some people, it could change the color of your iris. It could cause, you know, just problems and irritation and redness, like that was at the tippy top. But I just don't remember reading anything like that when I was, you know, first kind of like looking into it. Now, I didn't do any kind of deep dive or anything like that. I just knew from my own experience that my eyes were just getting a little irritated, and I had to decide, you know, the health of my eyes or long lashes. And obviously the health of my eyes won, because I have this brand new tube of it, and I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to, you know, discontinue. That's what the thing said, and it makes sense. If it caused irritation, you know, stop using it. So I did stop using it. But, you know, I did get lashes out of it. I feel like if I had been able to keep using it, my lashes would have continued to grow a little bit more. But I'm not going to use it anymore. I'm going to let that go, and maybe I'll, you know, at a later date look into a prescription, something else I could use that's not as irritating or problematic, because That was the main thing, is that it was causing, you know, the itching, the irritation. My eyes were so red. It looked like I was, you know, smoking pot or something. It was just not, it wasn't a good look for me. So I decided to, yeah, let that go and enjoy the lash length that I have now. And I'm really excited, and it does work, but, you know, I just, yeah, couldn't do the red eye thing. So if you were curious about whether it works or not, I can definitely say it absolutely works. And I do love it, but not the, anyway. But I digress because I keep repeating it. Just wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. And now I want to take my hair down, my oh so lovely bedhead moment. And yeah, I like where I'm at. I like how this eyeshadow look came out. It's very pretty. I do need a little bit of lip gloss because we're nearing the end of, you know, our look. And then we are going to hop into some of the reviews because why not? Because we're here and I'm not actually reviewing it. So I may as well go ahead and look at other people's reviews so that they can do it for me. I believe it's $78. Is that what it is? I don't have my glasses on right now because why would I? You know, let me just grab those really quick and so I can see what I'm doing. It's all good. I need to see. So the Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey palette is $78, which we already all know because it's been out for a while, and it has 5 luxe finishes. It has structures and highlights. It has creamy textures. It has effortless blending and one-stroke color release, extreme adherence, use wet or dry. So all stuff that I would agree with. It has the color of pigment, the payoff and all that stuff. It's beautiful. The shimmers are gorgeous. I love it. I can't wait to try other ones when I'm feeling like a little bit better. Pat says, I created each shadow to strike the ideal balance between high artistry and everyday wearability. It is the perfect palette for both beginners and those who love to experiment with different looks. Simply stunning for everyone. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hop into the reviews. And the first one is a 5-star. A lot of them are 5 stars. I don't know that there are many that are not. There's 3 pages of them. We're not going to do 3 pages, so obviously we're just going to look at a couple of the positives because I don't really see a whole lot of negative here to go ahead and give the ladder. This one says that this is a gift. This is a gift for my niece, and from the packaging and all that, the colors are perfect, and she thinks she's going to be really happy with it, her niece, and that it's got these really beautiful colors and has great blendability and all that stuff in her opinion. So she must have a palette of her own. I don't know, but she's saying this looks like the perfect gift for her niece. 5 stars. Another one from a young lady named Olivia says, love it. It's so sparkly and it's luxurious feeling. Man, 5 stars. I would agree. It is very sparkly. It's very Pat McGrath formula. It's got all that and more. So another one is a great choice of colors, and another one says that it's another love it, obviously. The shimmers and the mattes, super fun to use, and really loves the packaging. I agree with that. Let's see. The quality is amazing. Beautiful color coordination, especially metallic green and the dark colors. I wanted to try the green. I should have tried it. Love it. Price is accessible. As much as appreciated, especially since motherships are so expensive. Thank you. I like that one. That's a good one. I'm gonna stop there because, like I said, there aren't that many negatives on this one. I'm sure I could find some negative reviews on this if I chose to do so, but I will go ahead and give my own little thoughts here real quick. Now, as far as what that last one just said about it being accessible and with the same kind of quality as her larger palettes, 100% agree. I love it. And to rewind, the thing that Pat McGrath had said about this being a good palette for beginners, I don't know if I agree entirely with that, because I feel like if you are beginning at makeup and you hop into something that is highly pigmented with a lot of different choices and stuff like that, it could easily become, you know, a little on the confusing side, and you might end up layering colors that don't necessarily go together, and, you know, different textures that might not work together, and then you'll wind up with kind of a mess. And I think that larger palettes like this, in my humble opinion, are a bit overwhelming, even for me. And I've been playing with makeup for a while now, so I think about my sister in this instance, because if I were to hand her something like this, I don't know that she would, you know, really fully enjoy it. I think that it would just be something where she might be a little limited. It might take time to get used to something like this. And for a beginner, I feel like something that doesn't have as much pigment to it, that you'd have to kind of build it up a little bit so that you're not stuck with like a big mess right away and going, oh, what do I do with the, you know, you put a bit of shadow down and it's like rich in pigment. Blend it out, where do I, you know, so when you're new, it's a little bit more reasonable to have something that is beginner friendly and not so like wow, pow, you know, powerful, saturated and all that stuff. You know, it's just my humble opinion. Is this a beautiful palette? Absolutely. I love this. Personally, I think it's fantastic. I think that it is well priced. I agree with that final review. It's all that more, and I am excited to go ahead and try the more luxurious, darker shimmers in here because they're freaking gorgeous. But I was so obsessed with the gold. I had to go for the gold today, and you know, I think next time I'll go ahead and try that one. I mean, I want to try all of them. Who am I kidding? It's a beautiful palette. I will definitely be reaching for it again, and that's something that I'm glad about, because I think I've said in previous videos that my other Pat McGrath palettes that I have, the ones that are a bit more on the pricey side, the Divine Rose palettes in particular, I haven't been reaching for them enough to get the full, you know, worth out of them. They are very expensive, and for them to just like sit there, it's kind of a shame. I know I've said that before. I'm not going to go too much back into that and going over and over and over again, but you know, this one, I feel like it is a bit more on the accessible side for me. There's a lot more going on to where I find that inspiration with it, where I would be using it. And yeah, the mattes are beautiful. The shimmers are lovely. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reach for that more. But the one that I really love is the Bronze Seduction that I have. That is my absolute favorite Pat McGrath palette to this day, is just the Bronze Seduction. But you know, this one could come in pretty close. So I'm excited to have it. I'm glad that I got to finally sit down and use it today. I think my allergy medicine is finally kicking in because I'm feeling a little less congested. Not entirely without the congestion, but just a little less, feel a little bit better, and I'm hopefully gonna make an appointment and get in there and start working on this, you know, because whether I like shots or not, I really just would rather breathe and deal with the moment of, you know, not so much fun with the shot, so that I can not be so itchy and all the time, because it sucks. Doesn't make for a good time. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably after the holidays or, you know, whatever, try and get in there as soon as I can actually and just get this done. It's just time. I just don't want to do it anymore. It's too much for me. But I do like the way the look turned out. It's very pretty, and I'm glad that I got to sit down and chat with you guys and just kind of catch up with you, because yeah, I have missed you guys. I have been kind of taking a minute, and I don't know when I'm gonna upload again. I'm trying to not be so sporadic. I have another video that I'm gonna post where it's a hair video, and I don't know exactly when it's gonna go, maybe up after this. I'm not really sure, but I'm trying to do the content thing, and I want to spend time with you guys. You know that. I love you guys. I'm so grateful for you. It's just right now, yeah, I'm just kind of feeling like, and doing the holiday thing. So there's that. But anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for me today, guys. This is the finished look. That's my thoughts on the whole palette and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I have a couple more fun stories to share, but perhaps I'll just save those for a later date. One would be that an appliance that is kind of pricey that I recently broke. So I'm going to go ahead and take my congested ass and get on with my day. So anyway, guys, that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope y'all are safe. I hope you were healthy. I hope you were happy. And as always, I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Thanks. Bye.